Hey guys, what's going on? Drewzy here, back again with another Disney Heroes Battle Mode video. I know it's been a while since I've had a Disney Heroes Battle Mode video here on the channel, and a lot of you guys have been asking me, Drewzy, are you going to have any more Disney Heroes Battle Mode games play? Yes, we are going to, of course, talk about it here today. In this episode, there will be at least one or two more episodes, possibly later on in the week, and I will try to at least do 2 or 3 of these episodes, possibly every week going forward here for quite a while, because I have a lot of different stuff that I want to talk about here with this game, as well as with South Park Phone Destroyer. Both will be staples of my channel here for the perceivable future right now going forward. I have made vast improvements within the game since I last did a video on this, and I've been playing it, of course, off camera for quite a bit. I'm at 55 of 60. 60 is the max level right now within the game, and I have almost all of my characters to purple. Rank 1, which is the highest rank you can obtain right now. I have all but 4 of the characters unlocked right now within the game, so I've been doing pretty well for myself. I have not spent a ton of money on this game. I know that everybody's going to be saying, oh, you've just been pay-to-win person just spending all this money. I really haven't spent that much money on this game compared to South Park Phone Destroyer. I've spent much more money on that, but definitely got a lot to talk about. What I really want to talk about today, of course, was in the title, is a combo of Jessie and Woody, which are 2 cards from, of course, the Toy Story genre within Pixar, and we just really need to talk about them and talk about why they pair so well together. So, of course, we're going to look at Jessie first and talk about why she brings so much to the table. She's probably one of the strongest cards in the game, one of my favorite cards in the game. She has some weaknesses, which we will discuss here really quickly, but one of the big things of her is some of her skills. So we're going to really look over her skills real quick and then talk about why Woody boosts her skills and makes her so well together as a good, solid combo. So Hootenanny is the first ability we want to talk about, where Jessie leaps into the middle of the enemies and kicks them repeatedly, doing a 953 is mine at my current level with each kick, and that does normal damage. It is basically her charged ability, that it is the yellow bar at the bottom of the screen that will charge up throughout the course of the match, which it will charge up based on her receiving damage and or doing damage will increase that charge level. So it's not a set amount of time, it's just based on damage taken and damage given, and then that will charge the bar much faster. The other thing that's really nice is her Cowboy Boogie. So Cowgirl Boogie, I'm sorry. Jessie's Cowgirl Boots now heals her every time she damages an enemy. She gains 45% damage done back as healing against targets 55 and below. The amount of healing received of the skill is reduced against enemies that are above level 55. Again, the 55s, as you see, they're different. They're not in white, they're in yellow, because they level up, of course, as you level up the skill. So there'll always be 20 more than what her skill level is as far as level. So with Hootenanny, she's going to be doing a lot of kicking back and forth with her boots as her charge ability, and then her Cowgirl Boogie will also heal her as well when she is doing Hootenanny. So those 2 skills really mesh well together. You don't have to activate Cowgirl Boogie in any way, shape, or form, so that's really, really nice. If you get her to purple, she will also have Kick Up a Row, where line dancing skills now allow her to dodge enemy attacks. She has a 25% chance to dodge any basic attacks or skills from enemies, remember, 55 or above as well, similar to what Cowgirl Boogie did. So she's going to be dodging attacks. She's also going to be healing and doing a boatload of damage with Hootenanny, because she's kicking in all directions, both in front of her and behind her, so any of the enemies caught up in that are going to be taking damage. Whether they're in front, behind, right next to her, doesn't matter. So that's really nice to know. Now, Woody, who is also who we need to look at, of course, and the main thing that he does to provide extra damage potential for Jessie is his Giddy Up. Woody invigorates his allies, giving them 83.4% basic attack damage and 100% attack speed for 5 seconds. So this is his charge ability. This one will not cast probably quite as often as Jessie's will, because Woody is a support character. He's going to be more in the mid-row or back in the back, to where he's not going to be doing a lot of damage or hopefully taking a ton of damage. So it's going to be harder to get his charge up. But if you pair Giddy Up with her Hootenanny, you can just watch her just decimate almost an entire team by themselves. They are an insane combo to work together. His lasso, he'll pull an enemy from, I believe, the back row towards him, and will do damage to him. The furthest enemy pulling them towards Woody. It doesn't do any base damage as far as the lasso itself, but then he's able to then poke damage, or the back line is able to do damage. And his purple ability also could help Jessie and other units as well. His bullseye, where Woody's basic attack marks enemies with a bullseye for 5 seconds. Woody's allies gain 167 HP each time they damage an enemy with a bullseye. And you're pretty much only going to get bullseye on a few targets. Woody does not do a ton of damage. That's not what his role is. His role is, as a support unit, is to stay back in the back and to use Giddy Up necessarily to help do that damage, or then pull the enemies back so the backline people can take out other backline people. So that's really Woody's role. He's not the strongest card in the game. I would put Jessie at a higher tier, I think, as far as usefulness than Woody. But just Woody and Jessie, again, really work well together, and we're definitely going to show you in some gameplay why they work so well together. Alright guys, we're going to try them out here in the campaign first, and in at least the campaign right now. Currently, campaign level 7 is the highest level that you can obtain right now within the game, as the game came at launch. I assume that will change here in the near future, but as I'm recording this video right now, campaign level 7 is the highest that you're able to obtain, and we're just going to try them out, of course, paired together. Alright guys, so let's hop into this Chapter 7 campaign mission, here with Jessie and Woody paired with Sully and Boo, to have just a little bit of tank up front. Generally, you would want to have a 5-hero team composition to be able to be the most effective and do the most damage, but I primarily wanted to just focus on Jessie and Woody in this one, and we should be able to easily survive this. So we've got the bullseye affecting the front two enemy heroes with Felix and Ralph, which is helping Jessie able to take them out a little bit faster. Felix does have a bunch of heal. We did lasso the backline enemy, so he's able to come forward. Unfortunately, Jessie is taking a decent amount of damage, so we're going to need to use her Hootenanny to do some survivability for herself, as that is just one thing that is kind of difficult for her. She doesn't have the greatest survivability if she's not getting that heal with the Cowgirl Boogie, but we're able to take all that out, and we have Giddy Up ready for the next wave. So let's go ahead, and what you want to do is hit Giddy Up first, and then use Jessie's ability. As you see, she does a ton of damage, taking out almost 3 heroes with that ability, and she did enough damage that she was able to build up her charge ability for yet another Hootenanny here to start this wave. We don't have Giddy Up, unfortunately, but let's just look at the difference in damage. You see Jessie back here in the back line doesn't even kill one hero. Does do a decent amount of damage still, but without Giddy Up, doesn't do as much damage. But here you see she's frozen by Frozone. That is a huge, basically, weakness of her. When we had talked about that she did have some weaknesses within the game, Frozone's freeze is probably the biggest decimation for Jessie in this game. If she's frozen for too long, she will take way too much damage and be very difficult to be able to do much of anything. So we looked at just the Jessie-Woody combo. Now let's look at some other characters that I really think in this game really mesh well with Woody's Giddy Up, and that would be someone like Dash. Dash has a lot of basic attack damage and does a lot of things like that, and the basic attack, remember, is the main thing that Giddy Up does buff. Mr. Incredible does a lot of basic attack as well with some of his abilities, as well as has an ability that increases his attack speed as well as Woody's attack speed. Rex has some abilities that will do basic attack and attack speed as well, so he could be someone that could work well with this, but Rex as a 3-star hero could be difficult for you guys to obtain. Judy Hopps might be a good one. She does have some abilities where she will do some basic attack damage as well. Emperor Zorg might work. I'm not sure. I don't really use him that much, to be honest with you guys, so he could be one that you might want to try out with this combo. Elastigirl could probably work. She doesn't do a ton of basic attack, but she does have some basic attack abilities for sure. Vanellope might work out as well with her ranged ability. Also does a decent amount of basic attack and some fantastic damage. And I think Jack Jack could work as well, which is Jack Jack's the one we're going to focus on here to try this 5-team composition out for you guys here before we wrap up the video and just see this combination more in depth. So of course, Felix out front again. There is some bullseye on him, so we're able to hopefully take him out very quickly, which we were able to do. There is a Buzz Lightyear here in the back, which he can be difficult to deal with, but we took him out pretty quickly, so that was extremely useful for us. Violet here has her shield up, so it's gonna take a second to kill her. She can be very annoying to take her out when she goes invincible here for a temporary period of time, but once that invisibility wears off, we have the ability to just take her out really quickly. Unfortunately, we don't have Giddy Up at the ready for us, so hopefully we're able to get it here very quickly. We do. So let's just see Jack Jack and Jessie in action. Decimate almost that entire wave solely by themselves with the Giddy Up buff. And I mean, Jack's just very overwhelming. Granted, mine is level a 4-star, so he's a little bit stronger than what some of you may have, but he's pretty easy to get started up right now within the game. Let's get Dash in here to try to keep him alive with some more AoE, and Jessie as well. And even without Giddy up there for wave 3, we're able to use just 3 charged abilities and wipe that wave out completely. So, again, those are just some cards that really work well with this combo of Jessie and Woody. But let's just go ahead and wrap up the video. Thank you guys again for watching this video. If you guys want to see some more Disney Heroes Battle Mode here on the channel, let me know what you'd like to see down below. Have some ideas for some continuing episodes with this genre here going forward on the channel. Yes, South Park Phone Destroyer will stay as well. I will try to post both a South Park and a Disney Heroes video at the same time to not really upset the fan base here that I have here on the channel. Thank you guys for the continued support. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social media platforms, all that information is here off to the side. And until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.